Hi, everybody. So yesterday you played with something like this. And what you were supposed to do was draw what you thought the cannonball man would do. So maybe you thought it would be like that. When you hit play, the green is what you were supposed to get, and the blue is what you actually drew. So what we're doing right now is we're practicing, like, what does it look like when we actually draw things? Like, what does this graph actually tell us? So you could make this graph a lot sillier, like if you did a big old loop-de-loop. Now, if you do a loop-de-loop, notice what happens. Here's my blue guy, he's moving along, and then, oh my God, there's multiple blue guys. What happened? Okay, now there's only one. That's better. So let's kind of dig into what happened there. When I get to this point, this vertical black line, that's what I really want to pay attention to. This vertical black line, it has three blue dudes. It has one here, it has one here, and it has one here. And I'm telling you, when I draw this graph, I'm like, I want three guys. Because again, if you notice on the bottom here, we've got time. So whenever this is, like 1, 2, 3, 4.5 seconds in, basically. 4.5 seconds in, I want a blue dude that is that far off the ground. I want a blue dude that is that far off the ground. And I want a blue dude that is that far off the ground. When this happens, what you're doing is you are asking Desmos to create something that is not a function. Okay, so this right now is not a function. Anytime you get 2 dudes or 3 dudes or 10 dudes, or if you had a function where it's like, wah, wah, like first of all, I'm gonna get 2 dudes here, but also it's making this gigantic skip. That also could make it not be a function. Okay, so what you're going to do today is you're going to draw some functions for me and you're going to draw some non-functions for me. So let's just explore a little bit what that looks like. So in Desmos, most of the things that you guys have seen, like 4x plus 3, that's a function. And one of the ways you could do about that is if you think about a straight vertical line, kind of like this black line right here, that right there would prove that it's a function if it only hits it one single time, okay? But you can have some crazy graphs that still do that, right? So if I had like 4 sine of 3x minus x to the cosine of x, right? Now I've got this super funky, weird looking graph, but at any given time, right, if I go straight down from here, there's only going to be one single place where it actually hits the line. So in fact, let's see, like x equals k, nope, x equals 5. There we go. And then it's going to give me, so this blue line, it is only intersecting one time with that red line, right? Like if we zoom in here, and as I move it along, there's only one point where it's intersecting right there. If that vertical line, and that's not our function, the red thing is our function, is only intersecting one time, then it is a function. But you could also have things that are not functions, like x squared plus y squared equals 4. This is a circle. It's a pretty simple thing, but it's not a function because if you were to ask when x is -1, right here, what's y? You'd be like, well, it's that number and it's that number. So you'd get up 2 different things. So one of the ways you could think about this is if you look at a table. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. And then over here, I'm going to make a circle. And we're going to make that circle, let's say f of x equals x minus 5 squared plus y squared. Oh, it's not going to let me do that. Never mind. Well, then let's just do this. Just fake it with the table. So if I say 1 is 4, and 2 is 5, and 3 is 7. And then here, I'm going to put another 1 in here. And now if 1 is 3, all of a sudden I've got 1 is 3 and 1 is 4. And so if I ask you when x is 1, what's your function equal to? And you're like, I don't know, it's this one or it's this one. And that gets kind of confusing. Okay, so your job today is I'm going to send you guys off to this Desmos activity, and you're going to get a function and a non-function. And I want you to look at them and you'd be like, okay, this one, we just talked about this. It's a circle. Is that a function? Is it not a function? If you put a vertical line up and down on it, would it hit it more than once? It sure would, so that makes it not a function. Whereas like this one, up and down and up and down. But at any given x value, so on this way, if you had a vertical line, this is called the vertical line test. It's only going to hit it once. That's a function. You're going to have to decide about the rest of them. Then I'm going to make you draw a function. So draw something that is a function, draw something that's not a function, and then you're done. That's all you got to do. Have a great day. Let me know if you have questions.